think I might have started it off just a pinch earlier. Is it good? It's good.
Yeah. It's
all right. Cool.
All right. What's going on, everybody? I'm back, and I'm here with a little podcast that we've been working on, that we've been talking about lately. And basically, I got some questions from you guys. I got through Instagram, and also we made up a few of our own. So yeah. Real quick, if you guys don't know who I am, I'm Dylan Garcia in the Marine Corps, and I love fitness. And lately I haven't been able to do it, surgery and all that on some areas, and then so pretty soon I'm gonna get back into it, get some more working out footage for you guys, and I got a bunch of ideas that I'm working on as well through videos that will come out soon, and I'm working on another one today. So that's pretty much who I am. Palmdale, California, and and today we have a guest, one of my really good friends. His name is
Luis Garay. Hey, how's it going, guys? We've been talking about making this podcast for like a month or two now, and we finally sat down, and here we are. We're doing it. A little bit of introduction of how I know Dylan. I met him through one of my best friends who went on deployment with him. Apparently they did a video together. I don't know. Is it on your channel?
No, it's somewhere lost in one of my SD cards that I haven't edited yet.
So that's technically his first podcast. Yeah. But I met Dylan through my buddy Omar. I got to know him. He showed me that he had a YouTube channel. Very inspirational. His video that, blew up with his transformation video. I think it's number 3, right?
I think
it's like number 3 transformation video, or it's the top number. Yeah, it's like ranked number 3 on the transformation videos on YouTube. Last time I checked,
insane.
Which is pretty crazy. Who'd think that? But no, I just love this dude's energy. I wanted to work with him. I wanted to talk with him, and I had done a few of my own podcasts before when I was trying to make my own like life coaching business and stuff like that, but I had to put a stop to that just because the person that I was working with, it kind of didn't work out at the time. But I do plan on doing my own thing. I thought I'd just start off with Dylan. He's going to be my good friend and mentor. I plan on making my own YouTube after this, but I wanted to start off by helping him out, being here, being present, talking about some good stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So like I said, getting questions and all that stuff from you guys as well. And real quick, the transformation video that number 3 on it, it's insane. It's surreal, and like when I first made it, it was just out of fun, and I always wanted to make a 3-year one, and I put a lot of like emotion and effort into it, and just because I've always wanted to make a 3-year one, and I just wanted to have fun with it, and I've always wanted to do it. I had no idea it was going to blow up like that, which is, like I said, insane, surreal, and it really put my foot in the door to like reach a bunch of other people. And another thing is that I'm in the works. I do have a website, trainingwithdylan.com, and I am also trying to do online personal training, and I'm trying to work out some kinks, trying to make programs on stuff, and of course it's also up to that person of what they can do and all that, and I'm just trying to work out some kinks, that way I can throw it out to you guys as well. And I plan on starting out for free and all that stuff, that way I can get some knowledge on it, and then I can feed off of you guys, and we can see how it works with that. So that's just a little thing that I'm working on as well. And with the podcast, we got some stuff written down from you guys, questions with you guys, and from questions or stuff that we wanted to talk about as well. So also this is a beautiful barracks room that we're still on.
No, it's not. No, it's not. It's a crack barracks, I swear. It's not too bad. I'm grateful for it, but shoot, it's not one of the best, I'll tell you what. So we sat down before we started this podcast, just kind of wrote down some topics that Dylan, he went on his Instagram and he asked a few questions of what people would like to hear. Some questions that you guys would like to hear answered on this podcast. So which one you want to start off with, buddy? We got plenty. We got 9, total of 9.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't know, bless it.
Yeah, bless up. So number one we're going to talk about is finances. That was one question. That was by
Josh Marsh.
Shout out to you, Josh. We got your question right here, and we're going to cover it. Okay. So with finances, like money and all that stuff, either like how to save, smart spending, Thing is, like, with me real quick, is that I made this notebook for myself where I call it my money book, money journal, whatever. And it's basically going through all my finances and like all my bills, everything that I need to pay, my total number that I get paid for that, for like every 2 weeks what we get paid. So that total number, I write down all my bills, and then write down like what I want, my bills, my savings, and I subtract all that number from the big number, and then that's my total number that I have for that 2 weeks. And then that's when I'll include, okay, so my major priorities are out of the way. Now let's see, like gas, food and all that, and, have some around to where I can, go out and have some fun, or just like go to like a restaurant with friends and movies and stuff like that. So basically subtract all the things, and then my total number is the number that I can actually like have some free spending to where it's like, you know what, I'm gonna go to the mall just to browse, and then like pass time, and then I'm like, oh, that's a really cool shirt. I'm kind of low on shirts. I need some more, and I'm like, all right, you know what, I can afford it. So let me grab this shirt real quick. Just some money that I have on the side to where I can spend it kind of like how I would like. And no matter what, try to get those bills, priorities out of the way first, savings out of the way first, and then boom, that's pretty much what I do. And what's your opinion on finances? Like, what do you do for like money spending, saving, or the whole nine?
All right, so I just disclaimer before I get started with this: I am no financial expert. I am like a straight beginner right now. It was an area of my life that I avoided because I was so scared of it. Because like I was scared that I was gonna get bored, or it was just too hard. And I didn't really come from a relatively wealthy family, and I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys don't come from a wealthy family. But I know it's something important, and it can be the difference between a happy life and a miserable life. So the way that I started was I heard a lot of people talk about this book called Rich Dad Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. Incredible book. It is phenomenal. It slapped me across the face like quite a few times, not physically, but metaphorically, because I was just looking at my life and I was like, oh man. He goes in depth about like the psychology of what it takes to create wealth in your life, and how you need to change your view and your opinions on subjects in the financial realm, increase your financial IQ, so that involves understanding financial literacy, like words, different topics. He'll say a lot of things in those books that I'm just like, what the hell is he talking about? I've never heard of that in my life. So actually, highly recommend this. I'm glad that I get to actually pop this out. I have a financial notebook. It's for whenever I'm listening to anything educational for finances, and I just, for example, those words that he'll say that I'm just like, oh shit, what the hell does that mean? I just write it down there. I research it, write it down, so that I know. So whenever I'm listening to those books, I'm not like, oh, what's going on? I can figure it out. But I highly recommend checking Rich Dad Poor Dad. I recommend checking out his series. It is absolutely beautiful. They're all free on YouTube. Like, I swear, I found all of them on YouTube. They have the audiobooks entirely free on YouTube. They will blow your mind. I'm on like his, I don't think I'm on the correct order, but I've listened to almost 6 of his books. One of them was like 13 hours long. That was Rich Dad's Guide to Investing, and that one is huge. That's got a lot of information. Investing
is a smart thing to do.
Yeah,
of course, be knowledgeable and do your research, but investing is a good.
He kind of points you in the right direction. That's what I really like about him. He's definitely like, he created the Rich Dad Company, and they're literally dedicate themselves to educating people in their financial intelligence, and so that they can develop financial freedom and possibly wealth, whatever it is that you want. And then there's 2 things I definitely want to talk about. Now, this is like super important. He talks about it in the book, but I want to talk about it here. Is like the old saying, I mean, maybe not everybody believes this. I hope not everybody believes this, but I know somewhere in people's subconscious, like, you heard the saying growing up, especially in like Christian homes, like, well, not necessarily Christian, but like, you heard that term like the love of money is the root of all evil, right? And they make you feel like money is something that you're supposed to be against. Like wanting more and more and more of it's just going to make you a selfish person and you're going to be terrible and all that. Now, it's true partially, but it's also not true as well. It depends on how you're obtaining that wealth. You know, are you doing it illegally? Then yeah, you know, it's gonna come around boomerang and bust your ass. All right, it's gonna mess you up. But if you do it the right way, the only way that you can become wealthy, rich, the right way in life is if you serve people. If you serve, the more people you serve, the greater your wealth will be. He says, so in that book, he talks about his rich dad, which was his best friend's dad, who educates him about creating a financial empire that he was building. I think he was buying a bunch of real estate properties in Hawaii at the time. This was in, like 1960s. Yeah, 1960s, so, 1970s. Wow, yeah, back in the day. And his actual dad, which he calls poor dad in the book, he didn't call him poor dad because he was like a terrible father. You know, he learned from both of them. I just want to put that out there. But his poor dad had a poor mindset and always struggled financially, while his rich dad, you know, just became wealthier and wealthier as the time went by. And I remember it in this section, I think it was in his book, Before You Quit Your Job. His rich dad asks him, he says, I bet your father talks about me in a way that I'm like greedy or stingy, right? And he's like, yeah. He says, you're a stingy old man and you're like, you know, you're greedy. And then he says, okay, cool. So tell me this. If I buy an apartment complex, right, and I'm making passive income off the rent of everybody that's, you know, living in that apartment, he's getting his money by providing homes for a bunch of people. And then he tells him, and what does your dad do? He gets money to buy a bigger and bigger house for himself and his family. Now, at the end of the day, you tell me who's more selfish. And it's like, damn, whoo. It puts it in perspective. That hits like, oh, man, it makes sense. And then the second thing also is, I know there's that saying that they say you can't, you can't buy time with money? I forgot how it went. Do you remember?
I think it was that, yeah.
Yeah, it's like you can't, money can get you everything but time. That's BS. I want to say that right now. Because I'll tell you what, if you have a lot of money, you can hire a chef. That's time that you don't have to spend cooking. You can hire a personal driver. That's time that you don't have to spend driving. Then, and a maid. That's time that you don't have to spend cleaning. That you can actually invest into other things that you really want to do. So I would have to say that it's phrases like that seep into your subconscious, and you start to look down on educating yourself with money. And you know, you might not think of it consciously, but it definitely gets in there. It happened with me. You know, I used to be like, oh, money isn't everything, money's not this and that. You know, I tell myself in my head, but you know, when I look at reality, it's like, oh shoot, you know, like, how am I going to survive? How am I going to provide for myself, for the people I care about, for my girl, for my parents when they eventually retire? Because you know, they always say hard work. All right, cool. Yes, you have to work hard in life, but what are you working hard towards? You know, are you just breaking yourself at a job for decades and just to end up you know, old, and then you can't do that, and the only way that you were getting money is because you were working so hard? And then once you're not working so hard, you're not making that money. I mean, there's retirement plans, but he says some of them are not too, like, they're not the most reliable thing. But yeah, I was trying to think of a word that I was going to say, but it just flew out of my head.
It happens all the time.
But yeah, just like working hard, it just depends on what you're working hard on. Are you working hard on a job that's somebody else's dream, or are you working hard on your dream, obtaining those passive incomes, and you know, not working hard for the rest of your life, getting real estate properties that bring you that. Just there's different avenues. There's so many avenues for finances. I highly recommend y'all check them out. There's multi-level marketing. There's drop shipping. There's what was it?
Shopify?
Day trading.
Yeah, day trading is going.
There's obviously investing in stock, but there's different levels to that. He talks about it in Rich Dad's Guide to Investing. He says like the different levels, like there's speculative, like the beginner investor, where you're just kind of like YOLOing it and like putting it into random things. Which I was there. I'm starting off there. I just have to increase my financial IQ so that I can level up. And then you have the ultimate investors, which is like Warren Buffett, all those almost billionaires out there who are really into the investment. They control the direction of that investment. That's where you want to get to if you want to get super rich and things like that. But hey, if you want to be wealthy, if you want to be rich, that's good. Don't knock on it. Don't hate yourself for it. Don't think, oh, I'm evil, I'm terrible. Get that out of your system. It's very important. Money, that's how you stay alive. That's how you provide for your family. And eventually, I'd rather have enough money to where an issue comes up and I'm like, oh, hey, I can get it resolved. Oh, my parents are retired. They don't have anywhere to go. Here you go. I can buy them a house and they don't have to go to a retirement home. Or, you got to think of the future. And I love what you talked about with budgeting. That's extremely important. Definitely keep track of it. It's very tedious. But make it fun. Do it with your partner, your significant other, or a friend. Sit down, talk about it. It's actually not as bad as I thought it would be. Like once I started sitting down and looking at my money, it's like, oh shoot, you got to know where it's going. If you don't know where it's going, and if you're just spending, that's not really a good habit to build over time.
And like when you do put it all in perspective on paper and all that, and then at the end, like, okay, I'll have this much in savings by the end of this month. Well, let's see how much I'll have in like the next 6 months. And it's like, oh shit, I would have that decently big number. Then okay, I can go do this. I can invest in myself and getting either, like for me, trying to save up for another camera. That way I have one for like point and shoot, then I have one for like cinematics and all that, and just like investing myself for that, because that is something that I do love and enjoy to do, is like cinematography and trying to push out videos for you guys, and just being financially free to where I can do the stuff that I want to do, and helping others through personal training, invest more in like with the websites, merchandise and all that, and get my name out there, and just help as many people as I can that just want knowledge or that were in my shoes as well. And so that's pretty much my take on it.
Yeah, I guess the last thing I'll say about finances, that is like the bare bones. He talks about it in Rich Dad Poor Dad. He says like the difference between like the poor, the middle class, and the rich. The poor, they have a lot of expenses. They just spend all the money that they earn. They just spend it on things that they want right now, immediate gratification things. And then the middle class, they get taxed a lot. He talks a lot about taxes. Taxes, I never knew how much they affect everybody's lives. Like if you're an employee, like we're employees. We work, we're in the Marine Corps. That makes us employees. We work for the government. Like at least I think it's like 37 to like 50% of our money that we work for through the year goes straight to taxes. And that's because we're employees. They're like the people who get taxed the most. And the reason rich people get richer and poor get poorer is because obviously poor people have bad habits of spending, and they get taxed as well because they're probably employees. And the reason rich get richer is because I think it was passive income. So like rental properties, your YouTube, anything that makes money while you're sleeping. Like if you write a book, you get royalties. Or if you make music, for example, when it comes to royalties, let's say you write a book and they sell it for $20 and you get 10% of that, of the money made off that book. Like if you get 1 million copies sold, that's 2 million coming to you. And and you're sleeping. You spent a lot of time. That's where the work hard part comes in. Work hard on the book, and then once you're done with the book, you sleep. You're sleeping and you're making money.
Oh yeah.
But and then assets and liabilities. So basically, he dumbs it down. It's really great. Just look at your life. Look at everything that you spend money on. Like for example, a car is a liability. It can be used as an asset if you use it as Uber. Or if
Domino's.
you use it or if you use it to get money. Basically, an asset's anything that brings you money without you having to work. is basically any money that comes to you while you're sleeping. And then a liability is anything that takes away money from you monthly. Like, for example, Netflix would be a liability. Yeah, not too expensive, but it's a liability because it's taking money out of your pocket every month without you even having to do anything. Like, you could literally spend the whole month without watching anything, and boom, you lost $10.
I'm a suspect for that.
You're a suspect for
yeah,
that?
I have Netflix, and I'm just waiting for the new Stranger Things show to come out. Whoops. And then I occasionally watch a movie.
Not saying that you shouldn't have liabilities. I'm not saying delete your Netflix, delete all your stuff. It's just more of just watch out for that stuff. Focus more on getting assets. It does add up. And then a great phrase that he says in the book that his rich dad taught him that I want to say, and I'll end it with this for me at least with the finances. I don't know if you have anything else to say. True. But he says whenever you look at something in your life, don't ever say, "Oh, I can't afford that," because it builds this mentality of like I can't do it, and it's lazy. It makes you lazy because like, oh, it's as easy as giving up. It's basically giving up. Oh, I can't afford it. Bye. You say instead of saying I can't afford it, change it to how can I afford it? And that's when your brain starts running. Oh, that's when your freaking mind starts looking for ways, and that's when you use the most powerful tool, which is your brain. And it changes your outlook on life, and you never feel like you're left wanting. If it's one of the things he talks about, and I think about it a lot because I'll hear it. Like, especially like try to catch yourself whenever you see something that you really want. You're like, oh, I can't afford it. Like, whoa, hold up, did I just say that? Catch yourself and like, no, how can I afford that? I can do this, I can do that. Like, for example, me and my girlfriend were gonna go to Charlotte. I didn't have too much money at the time, and I said, okay, instead of saying, oh, sorry, you're not gonna come over, we're not gonna see each other, we're not gonna go to Charlotte, I said, how can I afford this? I went out and started donating plasma. I didn't like it too much after a while. I only did it for like a month, but I found a way. There's very many facets of obtaining money. It's just school doesn't teach you that. Nobody teaches you that unless you know somebody who's in it and they're mentoring you personally. But if you don't have a mentor, if you're not as blessed as Robert was, he got real blessed that he had his best friend's dad to teach him, and that he was hungry to learn about money. Yeah. And not all of us have that benefit, but I'm grateful he wrote those books. He basically is writing about the teachings that his rich dad taught him and sharing them with us. But find a mentor, go to financial experts, just make sure what they're saying makes sense to you. Educate yourself so that when you go see these people, they're not like giving you bullshit. Yeah, true. Just take your money. You gotta be careful with that. But not saying that all any financial advisors are all trying to just take your money. No, there's some good ones out there. You just got to know what you're talking about so that when they don't, it's like when you go to a mechanic, if you know about cars, they can't hit you with, oh yeah, this costs this much and this much to fix. And you're like, hold up, I can fix that myself. Yeah. I don't need to be paying $1,000.
That's a pretty good example for that. And so,
that's finances.
That's finances.
There you go, Josh Marsh. And everybody else who's wondering about financial advice. Number 2. Dylan's reaction to the channel growth through your transformation video by Peter 41820 or 41820.
Reaction to channel growth through transformation video. So, like I said, I made the video just out of fun, and I just really wanted to make one, and without any idea that it was gonna blow up and all that. And I remember my friend Josh was saying like, "Yo, check out your channel." I was like, "Why? What's up?" He's like, "Yo, it's blowing up." And I looked at it, and I was at like I believe it was 500 or 1,000 subscribers. And before any of this happened, I was probably like a little over 100. I was like, "Whoa, what the hell is going on?" I was like, "This is insane." I was like, "Oh shit, all right." and then like the next day, it was at like 8,000. I was like, "Whoa. What the hell is going on?" And my transformation video and my subscribers were just blowing up. I'm just like, what the hell is going on? The next day it was at like 15,000. Next week it was at like 50,000. And it was just blowing up so quickly. My views on that video, the subscribers were blowing up. And I'm just like, this is so unreal. Like, this is such a blessing. And it made me feel really good because like a lot of people were seeing my story. and then I hope I can like motivate people out of that were in my shoes as well. And it made me really happy seeing that. And then I remember one day, it was like I think a month after it started blowing up, my friend Zach and I, we went to his room because that day it was at like 995,000 views on it. And then we're like, yo, it's gonna hit 1 million tonight. It's gonna hit a million tonight. So then we went to his room, bought a bunch of Coronas, and just had a bunch of people there, and we're just waiting for it. We're drinking all this stuff. Somebody came over to I'm not gonna say the company or anything, but somebody came to deliver us food. They were like, oh, that's badass and all that stuff. Like, that's dope. And then they had a drink with us, but it wasn't anything crazy. And then so that was really cool. And then he kind of stayed for it as well, but then they left. And it hit 1 million. And I remember just seeing that, just 1M on that video, and just not seeing the number, but just seeing the amount of people that, you know, that saw my story and really like liking it and just, you know, commenting, saying like, this is amazing, like this really changed my perspective and all that stuff. That, like, this shit motivated the fuck out of me. I'm starting tomorrow and all that stuff. And it's like, it was so unreal that I did that to other people. And it just made me so happy. I went outside, I was crying, called my mom and all that stuff. I know I'm a little baby or whatever, but no, it's the amount of impact that all that had on me. I wanted to share that with my mother because she helped me so much along the way. So much she helped me along the way with food. She changed her diet as well for me. Like, she's like, well, she's literally like, okay, you know, I'll get you all this food. I didn't have a job at the time. I'll get you all this food, and, you know, it'll even help me out. So I was like, wow, yeah.
That's powerful, man.
It is.
I didn't know about that. You never told me about that.
Yeah, all that. And just all, like, I feel like all the shit that I was going through and all that, I felt like it was just like, finally it's paying off. Like, finally people are seeing me. People are like seeing my story, and they're like reacting to it and like saying how much I helped them. And that's why I want to do online personal training. I want to do all this stuff, videos for you guys, merchandise, like, for we're more part of a team, and I can just help as many people as I can. And, you know, and that was pretty much my reaction through it growing. And then the first thing that a lot of people were saying, like, how'd you do it? What'd you eat, this and this? The video right after that I made was everything that I did to lose over 135 pounds. And I explained everything that I could in detail. I probably missed a few things I just wasn't thinking about, but I just put a lot of the stuff that I was going through and that I did into a video to share all of you guys at once. And so that's pretty much my reaction to everything going up, man. That's pretty much it on that. It was crazy.
That's crazy, man. Yeah, when Omar showed me that video, I was like, yo, I gotta meet this guy. Like, oh man, that's my chance to meet somebody freaking incredible. Like, champ, man. That's awesome. That's awesome. Congratulations on that. I didn't know that about your mom. It's beautiful when somebody's willing to change their lifestyle to help accommodate for what you're trying to do. It's really awesome. Oh, I'm getting a random ass call.
Yeah, it was just amazing. And like I said, she helped me out so much along the way. Everything. Bless up, Mom. Bless up. I love you.
That's awesome, man. That's great. Anything else with that?
No.
How long did it take you to get to 2 million?
I think so it was there. I created it, I believe, in January 2019. I think January 2019. And then, or was it 2018? I don't remember exactly. Because I was on deployment late 19 onto 20. I think so, yeah. And then, so it was for like 6 months or whatever. It was just going to like 5, 10, 15, or then like probably like a couple hundred views. And that's when it blew up to like 1,000 to a little under 1,000. That's when my friend told me about it. And then probably like a month after that, that's when I hit 1 million. So it just blew up quick. I still don't know how. I think it just got to people's recommendations and all that stuff. And
it's just because it was powerful, man. Like my girlfriend watched your video. She cried. Damn. She cried when she watched your video, man. It's just so powerful. It's beautiful. It's raw. It was just honest to the freaking teeth. And everything that you said, you exposed yourself. You became vulnerable. There's a book called Anyway, and one of the rules there, one of the rules for the book is being honest and frank will make you vulnerable. Be honest and frank anyway. And that's exactly what you did. You were frank, you're vulnerable, extremely vulnerable, and you showed people that it could be done. You can do it. You can change your life. I know a lot of people are probably struggling with, being overweight.
Sorry about that, guys. Video cut out. Too long of a video, but we played it again. Here we are again. And you were saying?
You were just, I know there's a lot of people struggling out there to lose weight and maybe gain weight. But after seeing what you did, it's incredible. I think the only other person I'm pretty sure there's plenty, but the only other person that I know very well about that was David Goggins with his transformation.
Oh, read his book, amazing book.
Yeah, that one's incredible too. Oh man, that was a raw book. Yeah, I haven't read it yet. I need to get on it. I have so many books on my list that I have to get to, but that's definitely one I need to get to. My girlfriend, she listened to that book. She freaking loved it. Mm-hmm. It's pretty crazy, but it's beautiful what you did. You're not only doing something good for yourself, but good for a lot of people. Tony Robbins talks about different classes of experience in life. A class 1 would be something that feels good, is good for you, good for other people, and good for the greater good. What you did there, making that video, was a class 1 experience. That's why it got so much attention. That's why it blew up so fast, because it's real. It's and some people can relate to, that everyday people can relate to,
And that's I made it, and a part of it, I want to show a lot of people that it can be done, and I want to help so many people with it, and through like weight loss or anything in general with like fitness or whatever. And then I remember my mom told me, she said that this lady came in and she was talking about this guy in Palmdale and all that stuff, and there's weight loss and all that stuff, and my mom was like, what's his name? She's like, Dylan Garcia. And she's like, that's my son. And she was like, no way. And then she was like, I'm a teacher at this school, and I showed a lot of my students the video to I forget exactly why, but she showed students the video for something, but it's for a lesson, and to show, I don't know exactly. I gotta call her and ask her when sometime.
We should talk to her about that one day.
Yeah, and I just thought it was amazing. They're
showing the podcast.
I just thought it was insane that teachers are spreading my video and to show students. And when she told me that, I was like, my jaw dropped. I was like, you said what? That is so freaking cool. That is just made me feel so loved, and just so I'm spreading a lot of this word and knowledge and just my story, everything, to a lot of people. And I want to help a lot of people. So
that's awesome, man. All right, on to the next question. Lifting and not giving up, giving 100%.
Okay.
That one was by Redbeard13.
Shout out to Redbeard13. So, lifting, not giving up, or not giving up mentally, and giving 100%. So, what I did, discipline is a huge thing. And one thing, don't be too hard. I would start out, I would go way too freaking hard on myself for 2 weeks straight, to where I'm just, at the end of that 2 weeks, I'm just
you're broke.
I'm just broke, and then I'm mentally broke and all that stuff. But that's why I kind of I gained a lot of knowledge through YouTube. Shout out to Christian Guzman. That dude, he's a fitness YouTuber. He broke a lot of stuff down, watched his videos every day, and just he gave me so much knowledge on just nutrition and lifting and all that stuff. And I would say is go slowly but surely. Don't just hit it balls to the wall, gas pedal, all that stuff when you're already low on gas, and just go hard. Space it out. And there is the thing, have mental discipline towards I gotta work out today. I do. It's instead of plan it throughout your day, what time you want to go work out, but no matter what, get that workout in. And if you don't beat yourself up. Just go again the next day. And having a day off, it's physically healthy for you, mentally healthy for you. Just eating. Don't go eating what I did, chicken salads every single day. I lost 18 pounds in the first 2 weeks. The next 2 weeks I lost 2 pounds. Found out about your body going into starvation mode, and just feeling just complete shit all the time. No nutrients in you. It's just nothing but chicken salads, and you're just groggy, all that stuff. But then did a lot of research and found out about caloric maintenance. which is basically a calorie set to where you don't lose weight or gain weight. Only way to find that is to weigh yourself every day and try to hit that calorie every day. Then, okay, I'm eating like 2,000 calories a day. I'm not gaining, not losing weight. All right, let's drop like 200 to 300 calories to where I can slowly lose weight. And it's the healthier way. Of course, get your micronutrients and your macros in, proteins, carbs, fats, micronutrients like your vitamins and all that stuff from fruits and all that. But it's just like, do research. I also made a video about like nutrition and all that stuff, which I was just explaining like my everything I did, lifting and nutrition wise, and just with the not giving up and give it 100%, just like that mental discipline. And when you're in the gym, like if you got a lot of stuff going on in your life and all that stuff, just take it out there. That's I use the gym to like get a lot out and just get away from everything. And it's just me and the weights, and then I could just focus and then just completely just not really destroy my body, but just like do what I need to do and get that mind muscle connection and just get everything out. It's my therapy. I use the gym as therapy. And just not giving up, giving 100%. It's how bad you want it, and just have that mental discipline to go and do what you need to do. And there's been a lot of times where I've been like, I tell myself, I'm just going to go tomorrow, but in reality, I'm like, no, I need to hit this shit now. And then when I'm there, I do my full workout instead of like, I got 2 exercises left, but I just feel like crap, I'm hungry. It's like, if you stop there, then it trickles down to a lot of other things where it's like, I'm not going to go, then it's like, turns 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, 3 weeks. So just have that discipline when you're there, get what you need to get done, and then finally you can just savor that food after the post-workout meal and all that stuff. But main thing, mental discipline, how bad do you want it, and what is your why? Yeah.
Another thing I want to mention, there's an app called Fabulous. It's incredible. It's a habit building app. It keeps tracks of your habits. You like set up a habit. It's super easy. It shows you how to do it. You set a habit. You set the time. You can even set it to where it literally stops everything that you're doing on your phone and like just takes over the screen, and it's like giving you an alert on your habit. A buddy of mine showed it to me, and I started off creating a morning routine because you always want to start off the morning very powerful. What's the word? And you want to have an empowering morning routine because it's the start of the day. Just waking up. You want to get the dice rolling.
Yeah.
And I got this Fabulous app, and actually today I hit 91 days straight of working out and doing my morning routine.
Which consists the consistency.
And that's like, for me, I can get myself to like work out, but what I was having trouble was with consistency. Like that was rough on me. But once I got that app, I wasn't too focused on intensity of the workout. That's up to you guys to decide. I just know for me, I needed to work on my consistency, and then once I feel very confident in my consistency, that's when I can amp up the intensity. Like I start off super small. Like for example, I don't only just do workouts with that app. I wanted to read every day, and I used to try to read 30 minutes a day because Tony Robbins would say that his mentor told him to read at least 30 minutes a day, and I was like, oh hell yeah, I'm gonna try doing that. But I found myself really busy and not, which is excuses, I know, but I was like, I can't do 30 minutes right now. Let me bring it down to like the bare minimum. I literally have it set to where I just read a page a day. And I catch myself wanting to read more, and I do. So okay. I think for me, from my experience, this is not for everybody, but from my experience, starting off small and focusing on consistency will help you in the long run. And then you can decide when it's time to like, okay, this step one, step it up, and then by the time you're freaking 5 years into it, you're freaking killing it. Like it's just automatic. It's in your freaking blood.
Yeah.
But and then also keeping track of it and count. Some people don't like keeping track. Some people say you shouldn't have to keep track. Other people say keep count of it. I think keeping count is good because then you can show it to other people. It helps motivate other people. Like, hey, look, this is my track. And then I'm pretty sure if you have friends and y'all do it together, y'all can like kind of like have a healthy competition with that.
Yeah.
Or motivate. Like, just use every tool at your disposal to motivate you, to remind you why you are doing what you're doing. And like he said, Dylan mentioned it, remembering why are you doing this. For example, I wrote this here. Let me see if I can find it on my notes. I wrote it on my phone. I wrote this down because I felt like it was extremely important for me, and it's called My Why. This was a while ago. I still feel the same about it. Maybe there's a little bit more specifics that have changed, but I put My Why. Your emotional state is who you are. Don't let others control it. I said, I know now why I take cold showers, I do nofap at times, I read, I discipline myself so rigorously, I work out, I work on my mindset and spirituality. It's for moments where the people I love most are hurting. And if you are strong, you can pull them out of hell, and if not, they'll drag you down with them. So I work hard.
That's powerful.
I dedicate myself. I do all these things for the moments when the people you love most are in hell. They're living in hell here on earth, and they don't know what to do. They could be suicidal. They could be even violent. They could be anything. Terrible things could be going on in their life, or they can be thinking about terrible things. And, I rigorously train myself to be a better human being so that when those times come, I can help them. I actually have the resources. So when they tell me some crazy ass shit, I'm like, I don't know what to tell you. No, I know exactly what they need. I know exactly what to tell them. And if that doesn't work, we'll try again. We'll try this. We'll try again. But we're never going to give up. We're going to keep pushing forward.
Hell yeah.
And so far, it's been pretty good. I've been able to help out quite a few people because of everything that I know. And I'll never forget that. Those are the moments that I know when I'm dying, when I'm there breathing my last breath or whatever happens. I think they talk about your life flashing before your eyes when you're dying. I know those are the moments that are going to pop up in my head. Those moments that I was there for people who needed me, or who needed just somebody, not specifically me, but somebody. And I was glad to be there for them. So just remember your why. Make it specific for you. It doesn't matter how dumb you think it is or how dumb you think other people, might think it is. Just if it gets you to take action, use it. Use it. Arnold talks about it. He said, I think he talked about it. I forgot which one it was. He talked about it in one of his videos that I watched. He said, if your motivation's out there to get freaking ripped, so like chicks are, you become a chick magnet, use it. Use whatever works. Doesn't matter what the reason behind it is. As long as it gets you out there, it gets you to do it. That's the difference. Don't try to use a drive that you feel like, oh, if I tell people this is my drive, they're going to like me more. And like, no, don't worry about that. Like, hey, look, this is straight up my drive. Oh, I don't think that's a really good of a drive. All right, cool. All right. Is it your drive? No, it's mine. Does it get me to do the things that I want to? Hell yeah. So there you go. Actually, that's funny. One of our questions was finding your drive. Yeah. I kind of skipped to it. So, yeah, that's how you find your drive. You just got to sit down and like, I guess we'll go into there since we're already there. Yeah, one of our questions that we were going to talk about was finding your drive. But I guess I'm kind of diving into that one with the not giving up. I guess they kind of go together. They correlate. So, for example, when I went through the Marine Corps, I was when I joined, I was depressed. I was very depressed. I wouldn't say I was suicidal, but I sure didn't mind if a car came over and ran me over. That's how bad it was. I didn't know why I was feeling like that. Later on, I found out that I was desperate for people's approval. Yeah, there's the word. Perfect. Thank you. You took it right out of my head. You opened it up and said, "What's up?" I was desperate for people's approval. It took one person to not like me, and my day was fucked. And I was just like, that's a terrible way to live. That makes living hard, And I didn't realize that until I started developing myself. And I watched this video. Shout out to him. His YouTube channel is called Far From Average. He brought up a video about approval, and when I listened to it, it was my first time, educating myself in self-development or any kind of form of, video like that, and it blew me away. Right there in that moment, my mind snapped. But that was when I was in the Marine Corps later on. I digress. Going back to it, when I joined the Marine Corps, my drive was literally like, I was in boot camp. I remember this. There was this hike. I packed my pack horribly. It was the. Were you you were West Coast, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You remember in second phase when they make you go to this these sheds out in the field?
Yeah.
And they make you do that long hike?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that one, I didn't pack my pack right. They teach you how to pack your pack because it really makes a difference. If you pack it wrong, that thing is very uncomfortable.
Oh, yeah.
And it's just like the weight is
No, it's not a
distributed
good
horribly. Time. It is not a good time. It was so bad that we had like platoons. I was in the front. I was in the first platoon, and I had fallen back all the way to the third platoon. Like I wasn't even with my guys anymore.
Bless.
That's how bad it was. But I didn't stop, and I remember that moment, like what was going through my head. Like you really want to check yourself when you're going through moments like that. Like listen to the voices that are going on in through your head. But I told myself that moment, I was like, it's either this or you're dead. Like I made it that crazy. I made it that freaking that serious. I was like, you have nothing waiting for you back home. You better freaking do this right now or you're dead. And which is kind of ironic because I was, like I said, I was kind of depressed and I didn't mind if I died, but that moment I was just like, I'm gonna freaking do this. And I had some people doubting me. Some people said I wouldn't make it. Well, it wasn't so some people were doubting that if I could make it through. I didn't really think about them. I don't really care about proving people right or wrong too much. Some people are more inclined to do that, but good for them. It's not really my thing. But I just knew that drove me. That got me to succeed. That got me to get there and not give up. I didn't fall out or nothing. I was way behind, but I finished, And
it worked for him. That's a way of finding your drive, finding your why, finding whatever you can think of to get you accomplished to whatever situation you're doing right now. Or anything that's just in your life that you want to accomplish and get over with, just like find your why and your drive. It's up to you. Just like his was, fuck it, it's life or death right now.
Yeah, it was life or death. Yeah, I made it that crazy.
That is a decent extreme, but hey, it worked for him. And then got him into the mindset where it's like, I'm not giving up because I don't want to die. Mm-hmm. And I feel like in a lot of cases, like it can work.
You don't have to be that desperate. You don't have to be that. Drastic. Your reasons don't have to be that drastic. It's just whatever gets to you. Like for example, my buddy, his drive was he was like really in love with this girl, and he wanted to make it through for her so that he could become a better man for her, which is really beautiful. I remember when he told me that. It was funny. He told me about that, and I was like, dang. Mine was just like, oh, you better make it or you're dead. I like compared it. I'm like, oh man, your motivation's a lot nicer to people's ears. But that's what I was talking about. Like, find your own. Like, his sounds cooler. Like, people were like, oh, that's so inspirational. And people would be like, oh my gosh, yours is so crazy. So, but I don't think at the end of the day it really matters. It just matters if it gets you to do the things that you want or not. If it doesn't, you need to find a new drive.
Yeah.
You need to find a new drive for sure. But I guess we killed two birds in one stone right there.
Yeah.
Moving on to the next one. Oh, do you have anything else left?
That was pretty much it. We've responded to the other question, and we kind of touched upon a little icing and sprinkles on that cake right there.
Hell yeah. All right, number 4.
Tips on lean bulking / cutting without losing muscle. And that's by JJ Bruh XD 567. All right, so lean bulking, I feel, is like a beautiful thing if you're trying to stay lean on stuff. If you just want to dirty bulk and you don't care about gaining fat and all that stuff, you just want to get ridiculously strong, like, hey, all the power to you. But if you want to stay like somewhat lean but gain muscle, lean bulking is great. Like, you find that maintenance, right, that I explained earlier, that you don't lose or gain weight. Now let me just up it by like 200, 300, maybe 400 calories. And with the lean bulking is that you eat cleaner foods, and it can even make it to where you can eat even more food. Because if you go process double cheeseburger at McDonald's or whatever, that's probably like 400 or 500 calories. Which in reality, you can have like cleaner foods to where more food and more volume as well. Like, probably like 1,100, 1,200 calories and for one meal, medium meal at like McDonald's or something. But you can probably space that out into 2-3 meals. And then just it being cleaner to where, I'm just having rice, sprinkle some cheese and all that stuff, like chicken. I got my vegetables right here, and I got a fat-ass salad right here for volume to where I can feel more full. And that whole meal right there is probably like 500 calories. And then you could have that 3 times a day instead of just having one giant fucking calorically dense food from McDonald's that's processed and it's not good for you. There's no micronutrients, no vegetables, nothing like that, no vitamins, nothing. It's just kind of trash, but it goes into something. When you lean bulk or just cutting in general, you can have a cheat day. You can have a cheat meal. It's very good for your health, like your mental health with it. And it could even you can even like start a fire in your body towards like, okay, now it starts to lose weight even more, or even more like quicker. Like you're such on a strict diet, yeah, you're losing little by little. Boom, go up, had a cheat meal, and then your body is like mentally like, yes, I've got the food that I want, I got all my satisfaction, all that stuff. Now it's kicking overdrive, and then you start losing a little quicker. It's interesting, it's weird, but it's interesting how the body works with that. And then it's just mentally good for you as well. It's like I've been so strict for like this whole month or this whole week, and then every Sunday, like me, I'm trying to make it to where every Sunday I have a cheat meal, like either like a medium or small pizza or something. Or Max Tuning does that every Sunday. He has a large pizza to himself, and or just like, you know what, I'm gonna go out to dinner with my friends and all that stuff, and for that Sunday or whatever, I can kind of like enjoy myself. And or even throughout the week, like if my friends want to, hey, it's Wednesday night, let's go to IHOP or something. I'm like, okay, but I if I know that at the beginning of the day, then I'll kind of like save some calories for the end of the day for that meal, and then I want to go too crazy still, but I'll still kind of enjoy myself because I saved a lot of calories throughout the day for that one meal. So that's Then that let's see, without losing muscle, cutting
without losing muscle.
Yeah. Cutting without losing muscle, up your protein. So like it's 1 gram for 1 pound body weight you are. So let's just, like, for example, let's say you're 100 pounds, 100 grams of protein, like
will that balance you out? Will that even it out? So you have to take like more protein than your body weight?
Yeah. If you're gonna cut, you would want to eat more protein. That way your muscles and all that stuff still has enough protein to where you won't lose it at least as much. So, because if you have not enough protein and you're cutting, like your body's just gonna like, okay, we don't have enough food in our system to like replenish this muscle, to where you up your protein by like, I don't know, like 30. Let's say you're 100 pounds, but you're on a decent cut, probably get like 130, 150 grams of protein out. That way your muscles have that extra protein to where it can recover itself, to where you don't lose much muscle. So that's kind of like the quick gist of what you like, how you can lose weight, like cut without losing muscle. And when I was on the cut, also like change your program, change what you're doing, because I was on a strict cut and I was doing what I was doing. But then when I went to this program that I found out by Mo Samuels, he's a YouTuber, super cool dude, from the UK, I fucking love him. I went to his program and I was actually hitting PRs while being on a severe cut. Like, it's also about your body as well, and like changing some things up and starting some new stuff. And yeah, so that's pretty much how you can like cut without losing much muscle on that. So thank you to JJBruxD567. Hope you have a great day.
Hell yeah. Alrighty, next one. How you started or what made you start working out? Ooh, that's a good one. By Casing H15. I think that's how it is.
Yeah, I would think so.
That's what he told me to spell.
Yeah.
All right. I don't know if we pronounced it right. If we didn't, please
if we butchered it, sorry.
Sorry. That's a good one.
Yeah, it is. How you started or what made you start working out? So what made me start working out was I had a wake-up call, basically. Not an actual phone call, but I was sitting on the edge of my dad's bed.
Phone call from the universe, boy.
Yeah. Sitting on the edge of my dad's bed, and I like a couple hours before that, I had a lot of pizza, drank a lot of Mountain Dew, or I think it was Coke. I forget which one it was. And then I was completely stuffed and all that. I was laying on his bed, and he had this mirror on his closet. And I just saw myself, and just my belly was just going all the way down my knees. My legs were just humongous. I'm just like staring at myself. I'm like, damn, that's what I look like. I think because I refrained from looking at myself in the mirror too many times, so I didn't really catch exactly how I looked. I think I was afraid of the mirror, and just seeing myself right then and there, just uncut, raw, cotton 4K, just all that stuff. Just, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna weigh myself, and I was 305 pounds. And I was like, fuck no, like no. So that same night, told took 2 scoops of my dad's pre-workout, went into the garage for 3.5 hours, had no knowledge on how to work out. I just did what I thought. And and then I came back and I went to the same mirror and I actually saw like a little pump in my traps, a little bit in my arms and shoulders. I was like, ooh, okay.
There's something in there.
Okay,
there's something
under all that. Like, okay,
there's something to sculpt in there.
Exactly, and that pretty much made me like fall in love with it. And then I just did so much research. I tried doing it every single day, and just like I was very hard on myself, which I am very happy for how hard I was, and I was the most mental discipline I have ever been in my life back then, and just hit it hard. And there was times where I just wanted to stop, which okay, like rest days are okay. It's okay to have rest days. It's okay to have refeed days. It's healthy for you. And and then like I said, got a lot of knowledge out. And a year and a half later, I went from 305 pounds to I think like 180.
I think it was 180.
Yeah,
you said in the video.
And then I made that 1.5 year transformation video, and I think I went down to like 168.
Damn,
and then,
you went down to 168.
Yeah, and then I made that 1.5 year transformation video, and I remember when I was done with it, I edited on Windows Movie Maker, and I just bawled my eyes out because every single day I would watch transformation videos, David Lay and all that stuff, Mo Samuels, and I would just like say like, one day I'm gonna make one. One day I'm gonna make a transformation video, and a year and a half later I made one, and it was just so powerful, so powerful. And let's see,
is that it? Is that what you got for that one?
Started working out with yeah.
Okay, beautiful. Thank you for sharing. Thank you.
No problem.
I always love hearing you talk about that. Alrighty, number 6. What are your 1 rep maxes for the 3 lifts? By Ryan Hot Bread.
Ryan Hot Bread. Hopefully some hot garlic bread. I love garlic bread. My 3 my
cheesy bread.
Oh yeah. My 1 rep max for all 3 lifts. So like the bench, squat, and deadlift. My bench topped out at 265, and that was on ship. And
was that on ship when you?
When I hit
6 mu?
Yeah, I was on 26 mu. Hit 265 for like 1,000 pound club on there, and my girlfriend actually has a shirt. Shout out to you. I didn't know you lifted 1,000 pounds. Just like, but so yeah, 265 on the bench, and it was like 1 out of 10. That was probably like a 7, or like a 6. But that was my last lift I can do on the bench, so I felt like I could have probably got like 285 or something. And let's see, the squat was 365, I believe. That was on a Smith machine, bottom of the ship, and the gym and all that. And then let's see, my deadlift, 495 is my highest deadlift that I did, and it was a struggle. I felt like I snapped a lot of stuff in my back. Not really, it's just figured of speech, but like 495 pounds was my max on deadlift, and I plan on getting back to those numbers and surpassing them. I just got to get back into it, let my body, my situation heal fully, get cleared by the doctor, then boom, let's hit it. Let's get it.
Easy day. That was a pretty quick one.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Well, we did introduction technically, and we did do finding your drive. I mean, I guess we can talk a little bit more about that afterwards. But number 7. Technically, this would be the last one.
Yeah, this would be the last
one. Life
one.
in the Marine Corps.
Life in the Marine Corps. I've got a lot of comments and all that stuff on like YouTube, Instagram, all that stuff, trying to be like, I want to join the military, don't know which branch yet, and like, how do I go about it, and just like, what's life in the military? And we're in the military, we're in the Marine Corps, so we're gonna explain like our point of view and perspective, and just like how we view the Marine Corps. So I'll start off like me. I loved it at the beginning. I completely loved it. I wanted to re-enlist. I was so motivated, everything but just after deployment, that all went downhill. I think because it just like drained me so much mentally, and there's a lot of stuff that went on deployment, and it's like, I was talking to Omar about it the other day.
Yeah.
He said that he feels that everybody should, he feels that he wishes everybody can go through that moment. Yeah, how shitty it was, but it kind of like brings you to life when you come back, to where it's like, damn, I don't really want to go back there anymore, but I feel so grateful for a lot of things.
You got to experience it, yeah.
And the military, like,
it puts things into perspective.
Yeah, and the people that you meet in the military, yeah, there's gonna be good, there's gonna be bad, but like just the camaraderie that you guys get going through shit, field ops, going through like mass PTs and all that stuff, and just like going through a lot of dumb shit, but you're going through it with each other, and you're all there, and you can either make fun of it and all that stuff, or pull people out of ruts. Like, hey, we're here too. Like, we're gonna go through this shit. Hey, we're here with you. Like, we're going through it as well. And I love the people behind it, the camaraderie. And when I get out of the Marine Corps in the next few months, like, that's one thing that I'm gonna keep with me for the rest of my life is the people, because they had a huge impact on such a, yes, good times, but a lot of really, really, really bad times. And it's up to you if you want to join or not. It's all up to your perspective, your whys, your drive, why you want to, and just stick with that. And the reason why I wanted to join was, one, because back then, before I was losing all that weight and all that stuff, I had a really poor mentality, and I had no knowledge of life, and I was just so secluded in my own realm, words and quotes from my mom, when I was playing World of Warcraft and all that stuff, and just addicted, and I had no life experience, nothing. I was like, I had a bitch mentality, and just so I wanted to join to, one, of course, fight for my country if something were to go down, 2, for my family, and 3, to get out of that bitch mentality, try to like become a man quick, and just like get a head start on life, because I felt like I was so late. I think I was like 22 when I joined. I'm like, damn, I'm 22 years old. I'm like completely just physically not able to join, but like I'm not really mentally able to as well. So let's work on it. Let's lose the weight. Let's just like get that mental. I would run every single day. I would go to recruitment stations where we had PTs on stuff. Even if there wasn't, I'll text in the group chat that we had in Facebook, like, hey, anyone want to go for a run? Like, I'm here and all that stuff. And there'll be nobody there, and I would push myself so fucking hard without anybody looking. And just like at the end, finally, I hit like a 1.5 mile PR and all that stuff, personal record, and just like be on the edge of just puking in the bush. But it's like, I want this so bad. And what's interesting and ironic, because I tried so hard, but yet, like, when I went to boot camp, all that went away. I think it's because I was so sick or something, because a lot of people get sick, and I became so depressed. But that's the technical, like, mental trick that the drill instructors do, is they try to beat you down mentally so bad to where you kind of just like forget who you are, and then they build you back up into like that more Marine Corps and military mindset. So it worked on me, I guess, because it happened to me. So, but yeah, just like you are in a barracks room and all that, and like your earnings that you get through like every 2 weeks, like there are a bunch of, not really a bunch, but a decent amount of money that are pulled from that check for of course to maintain this. I believe it goes for your room nest too, right? I know the chow hall, but
you get taken like $15 a day.
Okay.
There's taxes to cover for your health benefits.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, and then the barracks to pay for this.
And then the chow hall, because like I think it's like $300 to take every check. That way.
Well, it's 15 a day, so if you multiply that by 30, I think that's $450.
Oh shit.
I think. I'd have to see. Hold on. It is. I'll make this real quick, guys. Just so we can get
an actual number for you.
An actual number for you guys. If I remember, it was $450. Yeah, it's $450.
Oh,
yeah, 15 times 30 or 31 sometimes.
$450 just pulled out, and you don't see it at all. But that's because, and I understand this, but it's for the Marine Corps to let you, like, at least they know that you're getting fed breakfast, lunch, and dinner. If you don't go, that's on you.
Yeah, it's 15 because it's $5 a meal basically, but you can get as much as you want. That's like,
yeah, it's
that's
like
a cool thing.
Buffet. Yeah. Not the best food, but hey, it's something that way they know that you're fed at least. And if that $450 was never taken from your check, if you have it, there's a lot of Marines that would just blow it off, and then boom, they can't eat. So it relieves a headache. That's why I can understand it. That it's like, hey, you gotta pay for it, but at least we know that you have 3 meals a day every day.
It's handled for you, just in case. Like they said, if you blow off your money, things like that.
Yeah.
If you don't watch your money, like we said at the beginning.
Yep.
Yeah.
What else you got on that?
What else do I got on like the money situation, or just
like the life in the Marine Corps, like?
Oh, life in the Marine Corps. So I'll be honest, I don't feel comfortable talking about this because I don't want to like come off like I'm, not a big fan of it. because I am grateful for the Marine Corps. It's made me the man that I am now. And I know earlier I talked about, why I wanted to join and stuff like that, or like my mentality is like it's either this or death, or like I was suppressed and things like that. Thankfully, I'm not anymore, and that's because of the people I met in the Marine Corps. There's some beautiful people you meet. I mean, I got to meet Dilly over here.
Gotta meet him.
And I got to meet my girlfriend through the Marine Corps, because I met a friend of mine. I was able to meet her, so I'm super grateful for it. But I actually leave next Friday. Well, I get out next month. Next month, I'm like officially out of the Marine Corps. I'm done. Served 5 years, just, one enlistment. Definitely worth it. Definitely grateful for it. Best decision of my life. I guess I'll go into why I joined. So besides the part that I was like depressed and stuff like that, at the beginning, there was like two reasons. I had dark reasons why I wanted to join, and I had, real other reasons to join. Like, I guess light, dark, light, whatever. I didn't want to say light, and it just came off weird. But basically, so my dark reasons, I'll start there. My dark reasons, I was depressed. I thought killing yourself was kind of like a pussy way out. So I was like, okay, well, I don't want to kill myself, but I don't want to be really around. I was like, oh, what if I could do it in a really cool way and I die as a hero, right? That's what I was thinking at the time. I was like, okay, I'll just join the Marine Corps and I'll go die for my country. At least, in a sense, I get both. I get what I want. I don't go out like pussy, but I go out. I was in a dark place at the time.
It's a touchy subject.
Yeah.
It's a touchy subject.
Yeah.
Unlike suicide, that's a very touchy subject.
Yeah. I won't go too much into that. I apologize if anything, anyone feels uncomfortable with it. But it's my truth. And I'm not afraid to show it. I've told
just like everybody has their own perspectives on different things. Like
my bad. That's how I thought before. Now I understand way more. That's just how I thought back in the day. I just want to raw and like out there, honest. Okay. Those were my dark reasons, and then my other reasons was I wanted to belong somewhere. I felt like I didn't belong. I didn't really know who I was. I wanted to be a part of something bigger than me. Something that would make us better as people. I always knew I wanted to improve myself and just be a better human being for everybody else, because I cared about people. I wanted to help people out, and I wanted pride of belonging. I wanted to have discipline and confidence in myself. And when I talked to my recruiter, he told me, they give like these little I forgot what they're called. They're like these like recruiting little, I don't even know what to call them.
Like a notebook or something, or
no, there's little plate thingies that say like pride or like why you want to join. Like like the reasons, yeah. So all my reasons were like Marine Corps values, and I was like, oh, okay, cool. And so I ended up joining, and like I said, best decision of my life. When I joined, I really wanted to be like extreme. Like I wanted to be a Marine, And they, I'm just gonna be honest right now. They like, their commercials and all that. They make it seem like you're, like video games or like the movies. They just make it seem like you're gonna be training and you're gonna be going through hardcore stuff every day. That's not necessarily true. Depends on what job you do, for sure.
Like recon and grunts on stuff,
or like MARSOC, special
MARSOC.
forces. You're training a lot, but a majority of the Marine Corps, I would say at least like a good 90% of it is you're facilitating those MOSs. Like, for example, like us, we're in logistics. He's Motor T, drives trucks. And before, I was an airborne air delivery specialist. Basically, I just dropped the freaking care packages, and then I became barracks manager. But I did a bunch of jobs throughout the Marine Corps, went around. But it's not like as crazy as they portray it to be. It can sometimes feel like a regular job, and a lot of people feel like that. But obviously, you have to worry about your height and weight standards.
Yeah,
and
the
like
Marine Corps standards and
your
stuff.
Marine Corps standards. You got to stay fit. Plus, you got to balance all these responsibilities that they give you. I think it helps people grow up very, very, very fast. I think that's something that it's great at doing, especially like you said, if you don't have those life skills. I didn't feel like I had those life skills either. So, you know, I learned a lot of valuable things in the Marine Corps, met a lot of good people. I think it's worth it. I think if you want to join, all I got to say is make sure you land the job that you want. Now, some people get really unlucky and they get reclassed in boot camp. I've heard it.
Yeah.
I've had plenty of people. I knew plenty of people who got reclassed. Like, I knew this one chick. She was lined up to be a tanker. She got admin.
Damn.
Administrative. Completely different. Like, holy cow. That can happen to you. I would say
there was a reason.
Yeah, maybe there was. I think they're planning on getting rid of tanks. So I mean, like.
Oh no, maybe like somewhere out in the universe, like maybe everything happens. For
a reason. Like yeah, probably, man. I sure hope so. So. You know, I wanted to be like a Marine when I joined. You know, I wanted to fight. I wanted to be like, you know, hardcore and stuff like that. And I remember when I was at MCT, we were able to go to. We were able to switch over to recon. I had air traffic controller was going to be my job originally. A lot of people were like, "Oh, don't give up that job. If you get that, you can get a lot of money when you get out." All that stuff. And then I pushed out. Like, I'll be honest, I pushed out. I didn't end up doing it. I thought about my parents. My parents were super against me joining the Marine Corps. My mom was super.
My mom was too.
My mom was super protective of me. She didn't want me to die.
Oh
shit! Oh no! I guess we'll continue here.
Yeah. We're just going to continue here. Battery just died. Didn't have an extra. At least not on me. But, so we're just going to go through the laptop real quick. Probably the last bit of this. So you're saying, like, your mom was protective of you? My mom was
so I didn't end up going. I didn't end up going to trial for recon. I regret it. It's probably one of my regrets that I have, but over time, once I started learning about self-development, Tony Robbins, and like just my changing my spirituality, diving more deep into it, learning about meditation and all those things, it kind of like got out of my system. I was just like, you know, I don't want to be that person anymore. I'm not trying to, you know, I don't judge people who do it, but I know I didn't want that for my life. You know, I didn't want to kill people. I never wanted to do that. I just wanted to do something that felt, you know, hard and good for the country. You know, I was willing to fight. I still am, but you know, my intention at my soul wasn't, I want to go kill people or something like that, or like they're evil. At the end of the day, I know this is going to be very controversial, but like, we're all human beings, and the internet's starting to show that more and more. You know, you could look at the other side of the world, whether it be friggin' China or Russia or just North Korea. You see, like, they're people too. They breathe. They want to eat. They want to have families. They want to have sex. They want to freaking live life. They just, you know, it's just different ideologies, different views on what's you know, worth dying for, and like, what's, you know. But at the end of the day, we're all human beings, and I think the internet's starting to show that to everybody. I think that's why we're in a most peaceful time in human history. But yeah, that's just my quick thing on the Marine Corps, why I joined. The reason I'm getting out, I guess I'll finish it off with that, is I'm grateful for the Marine Corps. Thank you for everything. You gave me everything I have, but I want to move on to my next chapter in life, and become a business owner, become a life coach, live with my girlfriend, because we've been long distance for like a year and a half. I know he knows that too. I want to be with the love of my life, and then I want to grow with her, help her with her business. She has a spa. Go to school, educate myself. Take advantage of life and take control of it. But I think the Marine Corps is definitely worth it if you want to join. Just all I recommend is try to get the job that you want, and if you don't, make the best out of it. Meet people, get out there. just be careful with some people. Some people are crazy. There's all kinds of people in the Marine Corps.
There's so many different types
There's
of
all
people
kinds
in the
of people in the Marine Corps. There's some crazy guys out there that do crazy, stupid stuff. But you'll know who they are. You know who to. You can talk to them, but like, oh hey, yeah, hi, bye. Just be careful.
Surround yourself with some good people as much as you can. And like we said, like there's so many different people in the Marine Corps.
Yeah. Was the saying, the people that you hang out with are a direct reflection of yourself. So watch that. But that's all I got, man. I think that's
I think that's pretty much it.
I think that's good. We covered everything pretty well.
Yeah. Well, I know this was a long video. You stuck through.
It's a podcast. What'd you expect?
Yeah, exactly. Just letting you guys, I hope we answered your guys' questions, and hope we put on some things as well that can benefit to you guys as well, enlighten you in some ways. And thank you for watching. And this is pretty much like the first one that we're putting on this video. So we'll see how this goes. And I do want to do more and just like get questions, keep you guys engaged in this channel as well, because you guys help me. I'm trying to help you guys too, keep you guys engaged. And follow my Instagram. I'll put in the link below, or the description below, I mean. And you got anything else?
I just want to say I'm grateful for all of you who will ever see this video. I hope you have a blessed day. Thank you, Dylan, for doing this with me. I've been wanting to do a podcast with you.
Yeah. No problem.
And here we are. We finally are. I get out in a little bit, so I'm glad that I get to spend this little bit of time that I have with you.
Yeah.
I'm just grateful. Gratitude is key.
Yeah.
To a better attitude.
Oh yeah. All right, guys. Thank you. Right. Have a great, blessed day. Bless up. Bless up.
Bless up.
All right, guys. Bye.